Hey, so today Google dropped Nano Banana 2. So it's supposed to be faster and higher resolution and just all around better than Nano Banana Pro. So I thought I would compare the two with some images and go over some features that are specific to Nano Banana 2. Let's get started. Here are my top 4 features of Nano Banana 2. First up, higher quality. So I'm here in Firefly Boards where Nano 2 is available. It's not available yet in Photoshop, but you can get it here in Firefly Boards or at firefly.adobe.com/boards. I love boards because I can really explore and ideate and see everything on my canvas all at once. We're going to start out with comparing some Nano Pro images I recently created for a video to images created with the same prompt in Nano 2. We're also going to take a look at crisper text, which is a new feature in Nano 2, and I'm going to compare an infographic made with Nano Pro with one made in Nano 2. Then we're going to take a look at how Nano 2 edits images to create new aspect ratios while staying true to the original. So then we're going to see how Nano 2 has enhanced instruction following. So how closely does it follow your instructions? And does it capture the nuances of your idea so the image you get is closer to what you asked for? We're starting off by comparing some Nano Pro images I made for a previous video to new images I made with Nano 2 using the same prompts. With Nano Pro, it does a fine job at color, lighting, but it does look a little not too sharp. I did the same exact prompt in Nano 2, and look at the crispness of the image, look at the richness of the colors, the dark black, the detail. The lighting is incredible, and look at the cobblestone streets, look at how sharp they are. The next image, I prompted to change the scene. In Nano Pro, she looks a little bit like she's been pasted in there, and the image quality seems pretty low. With Nano 2, look at how incredible this is. Look at the water on the street. The detail. She looks incredible. Her hair looks great. You can see the detail behind her hair. She does not look like she's been pasted in there. Next, in Nano Pro, I created this cinematic scene with an astronaut. Very colorful, very complex. And then I did the same one in Nano 2. I mean, look at this. It's insane. The detail is just so much better. Look at that compared. Look at the colors, the lighting on the flowers, and it looks very believable, and it took my prompt about using purple and orange and added it in here in all the details in the suit. Next, we'll look at crisper text. So now we're going to take a look at another feature of Nano 2, crisper and more legible text. So I'm going to take you into a Nano Pro image for an infographic. Now I'm going to take you into the same exact prompt in Nano 2, and look at how crisp this copy is. It's so much easier to read, especially when you compare it to the Nano Pro version. I definitely feel like this could be helpful when creating infographics or any image where you have copy. Next, let's talk about aspect ratio. So this next feature I think is going to come in handy for changing the aspect ratio of images, especially for social media. So I asked it to change this image to an aspect ratio of 9:16. Wow, it did an amazing job. It kept the lighting the style of lighting that I had. It also is a little bit crisper. You know what else I noticed? The text on the sign actually makes sense. It doesn't look like it's made up. Again, with the details of like her coat, the lighting on the street, the details, I love the richness of the colors. So if you're doing this in Firefly Boards, I just figured out how to do this because you do have to prompt it to change the aspect ratio, but you also have to change that aspect ratio for the output in the aspect ratio menu. And then in the prompt, I'm going to ask it to change the aspect ratio to 9:16. So here's the image it created. Wow, look at the detail. That's amazing. I'm definitely going to use this for social media images. So I suppose you could do this with generative expand, but it doesn't really compare to the creative output of Nano 2. It stays truer to your original image. Next, we're going to talk about enhanced instruction. So the next feature I'm excited about is enhanced instruction following. So how closely does it follow your prompt? So for instance, these two have the same exact prompt. This was Nano Pro and this is Flux 2 Pro. I'm hoping Nano 2 gets closer to the Flux 2 Pro result. So my prompt included a black dress with straps. Nano Pro didn't adhere to my prompt. Now let's see Nano 2. Right away you can see it captured my prompt. It does give me the strapped dress that I requested and the lighting coming in. Compared to the Nano Pro image, I just think it's much closer to what I asked for. It's also much higher quality with more realism and details. Even as I zoom in, you can still see how sharp it is. With this prompt adherence, I think it'll be much easier to edit images with Nano 2. What stands out to me with Nano 2 isn't just that the images look better, it's that they feel more usable. The colors are richer, the lighting is more dimensional, it follows instructions more accurately, the text is super sharp, and the composition stays consistent when you're changing aspect ratios. That makes it easier to create the way I want to. I hope you enjoyed this overview of Nano 2. I'll see you in the next one.